Good afternoon. As always, this is our story time, 12 o'clock noon, and I am definitely happy to see everyone here today. It's a glare, always a glare, but that's all right. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm glad to see that everyone has come on today to hear our story, as always. And the story I have for you today comes from, again, my favorite book, favorite character in all of Disney, Winnie the Pooh. And this is one of the last of the stories from my Winnie the Pooh storybook. I have this book for when one day I'll be reading it to my kids and grandkids because I just love Winnie the Pooh. So, Winnie the Pooh and the Blistery Day. That's the story that I'm going to read for you today. I don't think I read that one so far, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to read. Let's see. I can get to it. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. It is a great day today. Nice and sunny outside. A little breezy, but it's still nice outside. Huh. I don't see that story. Oh, I did read that story. I did read that story, didn't I? Where did I? Yep, I did. I think I did read that story to you all. I did. Okay. So we'll go to Mickey Mouse. Okay. And the story we'll have today will be Mickey and the Kitty Sitters. Mickey and the Kitten Sitters. Guess what? Mickey Mouse said to his nephews, Morty and Ferdy. We're going to watch Minnie's kitties, Virgo, while she visits her cousin. Isn't that exciting? Before Morty and Fergie could answer, they heard wild chuckling, flapping, and crowing coming from next door. Suddenly, Pluto raced across the lawn. A big, angry rooster followed behind him. Uh-oh. What did Pluto get himself into? Pluto, Minnie scolded. Chasing chickens again? Aren't you ashamed? Pluto was a bit ashamed, but only because he let the rooster bully him. It's a good thing Virgo isn't staying with you, Minnie told Mickey as she got into her car. Maybe you can teach Pluto how to behave. Minnie was hardly out of sight when Virgo leaped out of Mickey's arms and scrambled into the kitchen. With one quick hop, he jumped into the table and knocked over a pitcher of cream. Pluto growled at the kitten, but Minnie just cleaned up the mess. Take it easy, Pluto, he said. Virgo is our guest. That's Mickey telling Minnie bye, holding her cat. And then the cat made a mess. Uh-oh. At dinner time, Pluto ate his food the way a good dog should. But no matter how hard Mickey and the boys tried, Virgo wouldn't touch the special food Minnie left for him. At bedtime, would not use the cushion Minnie had brought him. Instead, he got into the bed with Fergie and tickled his ears. Finally, he bounced off to the kitchen. Uncle Mickey, called Morty, did you remember to close the kitchen window? Oh no, cried Mickey, jumping out the bed. The kitchen window was open and Fergo was nowhere to be seen. Fergo didn't want to eat any of the food. And instead of sleeping in the bed, in the bed, the kitten bed, he slept in the bed with Mordo. But now seems like Fergo is missing. Where did he go? Uh-oh. Mickey and the boys searched the entire house. They looked upstairs and downstairs, even under every tree and even in the yard. But they couldn't find the little kitten anywhere. You two stay here, Mickey told his nephews. Pluto and I will go find Fergo. Pluto doesn't look like he wants to go find Fergo, though. Hmm. Mickey and Pluto went to Minnie's house first, but Fergo wasn't there. Next, they went to the park down the street. Have you seen a little black and white kitten? Mickey asked the policeman. I certainly have, answered the policeman. He was teasing the ducks by the pond. Mickey and Pluto hurried to the pond. Fergo wasn't there, but they did find some small muddy footprints. Mickey and Pluto followed the trail of the footprints to Main Street, where they met a grocery truck driver. You see the muddy footprints? Have you seen a kitten? Mickey asked. Have I? Cried the driver. He knocked over my eggs. Mickey groaned as he paid for the eggs. Where was Fargo? Mickey and Pluto searched the whole town, but there was no sign of the kitten. But the time had come for them to return home, and the sun was starting to rise. That's the big mess that Virgo did. And now it was daytime, and they still weren't able to find Virgo. They look really sad. Soon Mickey drove up. Where is Virgo? She asked. No one answered. Something has happened to him, Minnie cried. Can't I trust you to watch one sweet little kitten? Ooh, she looks upset. I guess I would be upset too if they lost my kitten. Just then, there was a loud clucking from the yard next door. A dozen frantic hens came flapping over the fence with Virgo close behind. There's your sweet little kitten, exclaimed Mickey. He ran away last night and teased the ducks in the park. Then he broke the eggs on the grocery truck and now he's chasing chickens. Minnie finished. There goes Virgo, always getting into something. I had hoped that would teach Pluto some manners, Minnie said. Instead, Pluto has been teaching him how to misbehave. Pluto didn't do anything wrong, Ferdy said, but Minnie wouldn't listen. She picked up Virgo and quickly drove away. Don't worry, boys, said Mickey. We'll tell her the whole story later when she's not so upset. Yeah, Minnie was very upset. Sometimes it's hard to talk to people when they're upset. So she just drove off. And Mickey said, "Don't worry, we'll talk about it another day." Please don't tell her too soon, begged Morty. As long as Aunt Minnie thinks Pluto is a bad dog, we won't have to have the kitten sit Virgo. Mickey smiled and said, maybe we should just wait a little while. We could just use this time to have some peace and quiet. And with that, he and Pluto settled down for a well deserved nap. The end. So instead of them telling Minnie the whole truth and what had happened, they rather just wait and not say anything because they didn't want to watch the kitten anymore. I believe this all happened to us sometimes too, where people will come and talk to us or ask us to do something, and then something happens, and we don't want to talk to them, or they don't want to talk to us. And sometimes it's better just to be at peace and just say, you know what, we're just gonna let that just settle for a minute and just give us some peace of mind. Peace of mind is a very good thing to have. Mhm. So I hope that you enjoyed the story for today. And tomorrow we will have another story at 12 o'clock. Make sure that you come on, and it'll be another story from the Minnie Mouse stories. And then next week I'll have a whole new series of new books for us to read. So I'm excited to see what books I'm going to get for us. So until then, you all continue to have a blessed day. Know that Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye.